पैदा हो गए थे तब. Come on. Introduced by his classmate in college days, Prem Nidhi Prabhu. Okay, it's from ISKCON. He currently works in VIT College as a Dean of Industry Relation. He loves to study Bhagavad Gita and help people understand integrating various facets of their lives. Ras Sundari Mataji was introduced to ISKCON in 1996 and has been active with children preaching projects over the years. Both of them raised two sons who are college going and have been connected to various services in ISKCON Pune since last 3 decades. And actually, Prabhuji and Mataji have a very, they are like a very important figure in ISKCON Pune, you know. And hello, Hariba? All of you can please, yeah. And those who are outside, please come inside. Ashish Prabhu, can you ask everybody to come in and put a message on group? So Prabhuji and Mataji, they are a very shining example of ISKCON Pune, and Haribol that side. Okay, and they have been shelter for many devotees. Actually, they have produced many counselors. You know, they are like super counselors for us, and they have very successfully raised. I'm very successful grahastha. They have very strong bonds, very nice relation as husband wife. Their two kids are practicing spiritual culture amazingly. So in one sense, a success story, you know, is sitting in front of you. Okay, so feel free and with an open heart receive whatever they are giving. I'm sure it is going to be really beneficial for us. So let's loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and welcome His Grace Krishna Kishor Prabhu and Her Grace Rasundari Mataji. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram
His Grace Krishna Kishor Prabhu ki Rasundari Mataji ki jai.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे नमो महावदन्य कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरत्विषे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, and all the assembled devotees. Thank you for giving an opportunity to share something with all of you today evening. So the topic we have for the day is called as Languages of Love. It's a very famous topic. In fact, if you even Google it, you would understand that there is a very famous American author, Dr. Gary Chapman. He has written a book on it. And by and large, I'm going to speak from that. In fact, we are not going to speak much. In 5 minutes, we are going to get down from here, and there is going to be a lot of activity around. So we have planned some 5 skits. So I have some two Grasta volunteers, who are going to put up almost 5 skits, and I'll be just standing there and speaking. So this is just initial 10 minutes, this setup, just to, introduce the topic. This topic it's a very simple topic, but it's very, very profound. It's very deep, as in one has to really learn to apply it. It's a kind of skill-based topic. So what this author spoke about is that when we just say love, that's little abstract. Love is understood by different people in different ways. Okay, so what do you understand by love? So that is different for each person. Okay, and that understanding is called as language. That means everyone has a different language of love. That means how he understands or appreciates love. That is different from person to person. Okay, so what he has done is he has spoken about 5 different languages. Okay, which I will just list out initially. They're very simple to remember. Words of affirmation. That means some people understand love when you assure them with some words of affirmation. That means you tell them you have done a very good job. You appreciate them. You kind of verbally and so on and so forth. You appreciate them, then only they feel loved. Otherwise, they feel nobody loves me. Okay, so that is called words of affirmation. Second is quality time. Some people understand love when they feel that time has been spent together. We spend some time doing something together. Quality time, that's what it is. The third way in which people understand love is acts of service. They understand love means service, like Prabhupada also would say. Okay, so for them, love means, if the wife or the husband does something for them, what they want, then that is called as, then they will say that, okay, this person loves me. The fourth is gifts. Some people understand love when they get gifts. They understand, oh, this person remembers my birthday, this, that, correct event, remembers exactly what I want, knows what color sari I like, he buys exactly the same thing. That means gifts. And the fifth way people understand love is physical touch. That means they understand love by the physical interaction which is there. So this author, what he has done is he has explained this very, very deeply actually. The point here is one has to always understand what the other person wants and interprets as love and give him that. Okay. As such, this seminar now we are going to talk primarily is between husband and wife only. But honestly, this extends to everyone. That means this extends to children also. This extends even in a devotee community by and large, as in, you need to understand what your devotee friend wants. Perhaps, he wants some words of appreciation, you need to give that. If you don't give that, he feels that, but then we are not going to go into all that. Currently, this topic is limited only between husband and wife. So last year during the NS camp and the Janma Sabha camp, both of us had spoken very exhaustively on the Ramayana, based on the Ramayana on this topic. Because, we see between Ram and Sita, for example, or such characters in our Shastra, love exhibited in this fashion. There are so many examples of it. And last time, she had prepared a class on it, which she gave initially to the ladies separately. And of course, I had access to those notes, so I repeated it as it is. So, but this time, what we are going to do is that she's going to summarize in just 5-10 minutes. And then we are directly going to go into this thing. See, one thing about, because you may wonder if it is there in our Shastra, then why am I taking from a Western book? One thing we need to appreciate with the Westerners is that they're very good at documenting and making things very systematic, doing a research on it, etc. See, things like these will be in our scripture, but we may generally sometimes overlook it, or we may not really think very deeply about it. As in, or we are lost so much. For example, when we read Ramayana, we are not going to think how husband and wife should love each other from that. Somebody will feel that this is a very low lesson you have taken from it, or whatever. People will feel that why are you going into that? Let's focus on something higher, and so on. So many reasons are there why, as Indians, we may not, look for it so much. Okay, though it is there in the scripture, we don't look for it. But the Westerners, they do an excellent job at documenting and preparing case studies, and they are very good with that. Okay, so as Prabhupada would say, we take the best of the East and the West, and we get something out. So that's what we will try. So over to her initially to speak from the Ramayana based on this particular theme. Then this whole thing will move out and the skits and all will start. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So our scriptures like the Ramayana, Mahabharata and Srimad Bhagavatam, it is so complete that we get all life lessons from that. Uh, so sticking to today's topic, we all know that Lord Ram, his coronation was planned the previous day, and at night King Dashrath called him and said that no coronation, you have to, of course, Kaikeyi relayed the message that you have to go on exile, you have to go to the forest. So before Lord Ram came, Sita got the message. Sita immediately thought, she saw this as a very beautiful opportunity. What good opportunity was there? Sita felt that while living in Ayodhya, in this kingdom, as the son of a king, Lord Ram was always busy. He had such a high profile post over there. Everybody loved him. Dashrath Maharaj would call him now and then. So he was always busy with the minister. Somebody or other would be always around Lord Ram. Sita always felt that I don't get quality time with Ram. So how to go somewhere far away from these ministers, mantri, santri, all these people who are always around Lord Ram, and spend time in nature, and women like all this, go for a picnic, spend time in nature, look at the waterfalls, birds, trees. So she was really wanting a break like that. So then when she heard this news that Ram is going to the forest, she never saw that as a punishment. She thought, beautiful opportunity, I also want to go, and all the more, only Lord Ram and Sita, only two of them are going. Till now Sita was not supposed to go, only Lord Ram, but she thought somehow she will convince him, and she was little sure about it. So she thought just the two of them will go and they'll have such a nice time, because while in Ayodhya, Dashrath Maharaj would keep calling Ram because he wanted to admire Ram's beauty. And he had 3 mothers, so many things. So Sita, she saw this opportunity of going to the forest as spending quality time with each other. So that was one of the love languages. You can see that over there. So she was wanting to go with Ram. So after taking the message from Kaikeyi, Mother Kaikeyi, after meeting Mother Kaushalya and assuring her that I will come back after 14 years, Lord Ram came to Sita's room to inform her that I am going, and you stay back and take care of my parents. So just before coming to Sita, he had already told his mother, Kaushalya Devi had said, I will come with you. Lord Ram had already given her a lecture that wife's duty is to always be with husband and serve him. And Sita had got that, though they did not have any phone, WhatsApp, she got the information. And now when he comes to Sita, he is saying that no, your duty is to serve my in-laws, my parents, your in-laws. Sita immediately caught this contradiction. Hey, what is this? I just know what you have spoken to your mother and you're telling me something different. Then Lord Ram, there are several chapters how Sita is helplessly appealing that take me with you, but Ram is constantly saying, no, you have to be here, this is your dharma. So Sita kept quoting so many things from scriptures, but Ram was very insistent that no, you should stay here. So that time, at one point, Sita was so helpless, she became so desperate. She said that, because when she said, I want to really come with you, Lord Ram said, no, there are wild animals in the forest. What will you do if wild animals come? So that time Sita lost her temper. She said, you have a huge Dhanushya ban in your shoulder. Is that just for show? When you have such, strong shoulders, you have such a broad chest, you have taken so much training in all these archery and everything, and you're saying you're scared of wild animals. So that time in her frustration, she said, I think my father has got me married to a woman in the form of a man. Basically, you understood what she's saying. Now, just imagine, if it was any of us over here, what we would have done? If our partner says, you are a a woman in the form of a man. My father has got cheated. The first thing will be, the wife's cheek will become red without applying makeup. Or, or if he's little more in sattva guna, he will start defending. No, no, what you're calling me a woman in the form of man? Sorry, you're calling, yeah. So, you know what all I've done? I've killed Subahu, I've killed Tataka, and I did all this when I was at the age of 16. Don't you know all that? I have taken training from Vishwamitra. So, he would have, any of us would have argued like that. But Ram did not even do that. He just kept quiet. Absolutely quiet. He did not say a word. He was as, one of his qualities grave. He was as grave and deep and quiet like an ocean, like the middle of the ocean. So he did not react at all, no reaction. So we learn, so, even in these lessons, actually there are so many small lessons inside that. So when there is a fight between husband and wife, immediately there is no need to react and burst like like a pressure cooker like that. If we just keep quiet for some time, things calm down on its own. So we see how Ram has been reacting throughout in Ramayana. We see how they react with these situations. Yes. Hmm? Hare Krishna. So Ram never reacted, and he waited for an opportunity to prove himself what he is, man or woman, whatever. So, of course, so Sita convinces him and he takes her. Later, Lakshman was hearing all this conversation from outside. He knew there is no use of arguing with Ram, so he just goes and does dandavat to both Sita and Ram. He also goes with them. So he did Sharanagati to Sita. So he also too. He asked Sita ji, would you like to have a cook in the forest so that you both can enjoy? Would you like someone who will wash your clothes? She was very happy. So I am there. So in this way, Lakshman joined them very easily. Now when they went to the forest, so little bit fast forwarding, we know that Shurpanaka came and all that, and her nose was cut. She went and complained to Khar and Dushan. So Khar and Dushan came to fight with 14,000 Rakshasa army. So when that happened, Lord Ram had to fight with them. So now Lakshman was also by his side. Lakshman said, let us both give them a good fight. Lord Ram told him, nothing doing. You take Sita Maiya, take your bhabi and go and sit in that cave. And you watch the fight from there. I don't need your help. So just like when they play cricket, the family members sit in the stadium and watch. Like that, Ram said, you both sit in that cave far away, mountain cave, and from there you watch the fight. You don't have to come here. So they both went to that mountain cave, and 14,000 Rakshasas, cruel Rakshasas, who were fully equipped with all those Rakshasa arms and ammunitions. And Khar and Dushan were leading them. And Lord Ram single-handed, no chariot, nothing. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Okay. So when Lord Ram was fighting with these 14,000 Rakshasas, it seems there was no gap between two arrows that he was shooting. He was shooting arrows like torrential rain. And the Rakshasa army, they could now not figure out from which direction the arrows are coming. So it was coming in a circular form. And they couldn't figure out if they had to shoot back, they couldn't find out from which source it is coming. So in just few muhurtas, Lord Ram killed that entire army of Rakshasas, 14,000 people. And when all this happened, Lord Ram had just few small bruises here and there. So after this war was over, Sita was watching everything from that cave, which was in at a height. And that time she came running. So she came running and she came and hugged Lord Ram. Now, please understand what is happening over here. Now, let's go to the flashback story. So, what Sita had said, my father got cheated. You are a woman in the form of a man. And Lord Ram had kept quiet that time. He was waiting for an opportunity. That's why he didn't even allow Lakshman to help him. He said, you go. Otherwise, Sita will say, nah, your brother helped him. That's why what big thing you did. So single-handedly he did that, and Sita was first time so impressed. She had never seen Lord Ram doing any yuddha. This was the first time she saw a yuddha in when how Lord Ram is fighting with the opponents, and she was so impressed. She came and gave him a very good, loving hug, and there's a beautiful shloka for that.
तम दृष्ट्वा शत्रुहंतारम महर्षीणां सुखावहं बभूव दृष्ट्वा वैदेही भर्तारं परिसस्वति.
There are many reasons why Sita hugged Ram like this, but one of the main reason is to give him that assurance that I'm really proud of you. I appreciate your bravery and all those things. There are so many other reasons, but for today's topic, this is the most relevant reason. So she was completely, she was congratulating Ram in this way. And this was about physical touch and words of affirmation. And we have also seen spending quality time. So we saw three things till now. Then there is about the language of giving gifts. So when you can see Lord Ram and Sita sitting over there, and there's a golden deer. So Sita wanted that golden deer, and Lakshman told her that no, this is not a deer, it's actually a Rakshas. Don't go behind that deer. But Sita was very, she was a little stubborn. She wanted that deer. And then Lakshman tried to tell Ram that you at least try to understand, this is not a deer, it's not a deer, it's a Rakshasa. So Ram that time, he told Lakshman, when Sita was not there, he told him, I know it is not a deer, I know it is Rakshasa, but Sita is asking me first time for something. So I must give her this gift. So that was the kind of exchange that he was, first time Sita had asked for something. So he felt that I want to give her this gift. That's why he went and he killed that deer, Marich, and it seems he brought, there is a description in Ramayana, he brought that deer. The blood was dripping like that, and he brought it and kept it in that. Though Lakshman went and brought him back midway, but still he caught the deer and came with him. But Sita was not there. The fifth one is service. Yeah, how there should be service attitude, service between husband and wife. So we see that again. This is in Chitrakoot when. They had a swimming competition, both Ram and Lakshman. Ram and Sita. We had spoken about it last year. So after that, they were both tired. And Lord Ram, he was resting with his head on Mother Sita's lap. And he slept like that. At that time, a crow, that Kakasur, came and attacked Sita. He was actually attacking her, and she had started bleeding. But Sita, she was so much in that mood of service, she thought that if I shake or if I do something, then it will disturb Ram's sleep. So she kept sitting motionless, bearing that pain. And she did not want to disturb Ram's sleep. So that was her service attitude, that she wanted to allow him that rest at the cost of her own pain. So that was one thing. And again, we can see this in Lord Ram's role also. He took all that effort to go to Lanka, defeat Ravan, and bring Sita back. Again, that is to show his service to Mother Sita. Because Sita had said, Hanuman, I cannot come with you. Because if I come with you, people will say, all the people sitting in this Nityanand Sabha will say that one Rakshasa took Sita and then one Vanara brought her back. That is our Ramayana. So I don't want that to happen. So she said, Ram will come, and if he takes me back, there he will have dignity. That will be add to his dignity. And also that will add to good name of his bow and arrow that he is holding. So she refused to go with Hanuman, and Lord Ram also kept his word, and he kept that respect and that Mahavishwas that Sita Maya had for him, and he went and defeated Ravan and brought her back. So we saw so many examples of spending quality time, which they did in the forest. Only 1 year they were separated. Then giving gifts, then words of appreciation, affirmation, physical touch, and service. So we saw all this in Ramayana. If you all read, you'll find many more gems like this from our scriptures. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. So with that, this satra, of sitting on the Vyasasana ends. So we are getting down, and there are our couples.
सो हमारा पहला स्किट आपके सामने हम पेश करने वाले हैं. हरे कृष्णा. सो इसमें एक वाइफ और हस्बैंड का सिनेरियो दिखाने वाले हैं.
ಹರಿ ಬೋಲ್. ಬೇಗ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಹರಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. ಹರಿ ಬೋಲ್. 10 ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು, ವರ್ಲ್ಪೂಲ್ ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿದೆ.
अरे मी तुला एक गोष्ट सांगतो. काय झालं माहिती का?
ಹರಿ ಬೋಲ್. ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿದೆ, 10 ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬೆಟ್ಟದಷ್ಟು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇದೆ, ಯಾರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ?
अरे नाही, ऐका माझा, मी सांगतो तुला. काय झालं माहितीये का? ऑफिसमध्ये माझा बॉस ना, ते त्यांनी खूप शेती केली, शेती. आणि शेतीच्या नंतर खूप शेंगा, तुरडाळ, आणि आता आंब्याचं सीझन येणार ना, आंबे टाकलेत त्यांनी.
ಹರಿ ಬೋಲ್. ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಕೇರ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾರು ಬರ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ಗೆ.
अरे
ಬೆಟ್ಟದಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆಗಳು, ಯಾರು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ನಾಳೆ ನೆಂಟರು ಕೂಡ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮನೆಗೆ.
मी आता बसलो.
ಬೆಟ್ಟದಷ್ಟು ಬಟ್ಟೆ.
मी बैठा. बसलो मी.
ಬೆಟ್ಟದಷ್ಟು
बसलो मी बैठा.
ಅರೆ
बैठा.
ವಾಷಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿದೆ, ಕಂಪನಿ
मी
ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
बसलो बैठा. मी शेती करायचे, मला जॉब वॉबचं काही नाही, खूप फ्रस्ट्रेशन झालंय माझं. थँक्यू.
Hare Bol. Yeah. So come on, quickly, somebody tell me what actually went wrong. What was happening? What did you find funny in this skit? Or what did you find strange? Language barrier. Yeah. One is talking in Marathi and the other person is talking in Kannada. So basically, they're not only talking different languages, they're talking completely different things, right? Even though we don't understand Kannada, we understood that Mataji is talking about her washing machine problem and customer care is not lifting the phone. And that Prabhu is talking about, he wants to leave his job and eventually go and do farming. So basically both are talking completely different things. So this is what happens, what we are showing here is when you don't understand each other's language. Okay? So since our topic is languages of love, the focus here is that there are these 5 languages of love. That means everyone has a particular need. Okay, between husband and wife. If one partner does not understand only the other partner's needs and is talking something totally tangential and is dealing totally tangentially, that means one partner, let's say, wants quality time. That is her need, let's say. And the man, his need is, he wants words of appreciation. He feels that, I'm working very hard in office, I need some appreciation. So both are having different languages. That is fine. But if they don't understand each other's language and they talk like this, they deal with each other where one person deals with the other person without understanding what she wants or what she is trying to ask, then this is how life will be. So please note that what we were showing here actually happens where when you don't understand your spouse's language of love. Okay, so now we will get into the first skit where we will show this more elaborately. Okay, the language. Yeah, the first one, that. Yeah.
हरे कृष्णा. हम आपको लेके चलते हैं बरसाना धाम के एक फ्लैट में. यहाँ पर 2 डिवोटीज हैं. एक डिवोटी कपल रहते हैं जिनका नाम है भक्ति धर्म प्रभु और माताजी का नाम है संध्या माताजी. ये नाम भी किसी वजह से दिए गए. भक्ति धर्म प्रभु को लगता है कि उनका भक्ति उनका धर्म निभाने से ही हो जाता है, और संध्या माता जी शाम के वक्त अपने प्रभु जी के साथ समय बिताना चाहती है और उसी में उनका भक्ति होता है। तो इस कपल का थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड जान लेते हैं। इनकी शादी को 12 साल हो चुके हैं और इनकी शादी के बाद इनको 12 साल की शादी के प्रसाद में इनको 2 बच्चे भी हैं। और प्रभु जी बहुत वर्कोहॉलिक है, इनको अपना काम से बहुत लगाव है, और माता जी भी वर्किंग है। चलिए देखते हैं इनकी जिंदगी में क्या अनबन है। हरे कृष्णा।
टिंग टोंग, टिंग टोंग, टिंग टोंग। ओह, आपने गेट खोल दिया, थैंक यू।
तो प्रभु जी ऑफिस से आ रहे हैं, लेकिन आते ही फोन चलाते चलाते आ रहे हैं और फोन चला रहे हैं बस। माता जी ने देखा उनको, बट वो भी अपने काम में व्यस्त है। बस थोड़ी ही देर में प्रभु जी को माता जी खाना परोसती है, रात का डिनर प्रसाद लेती है, और प्रभु जी भी डिनर ले रहे हैं।
क्या बात है, आहा, सुख है जीवन का।
अगर आपको फोन ही चलाना होता है तो फिर घर पे क्यों आते हो? बाहर ही रहा करो।
हो गया सत्यानाश, किसने कहा था किटकिट करने को? आराम से मोबाइल चला रहा था, ऑफिस से थक के आया था। अगर तू तो मैं ही करना था तो मैं घर क्यों आता? आराम से खाना खाने नहीं दे सकती? सिर्फ तुम्हें टॉन्ट मारना नहीं आता है? टॉन्ट के अलावा कुछ और जीवन में बचा नहीं है क्या?
अच्छा, अब आपको मेरी बातें टाने लगने लगी हैं। आपको याद भी है आज हमारी वेडिंग एनिवर्सरी है और मैंने ये सब पसंद की चीजें बनाई हैं आपके लिए।
बनाई तो है, बहुत बढ़िया है, इसको मैं खा सकता हूं, इसके ऊपर नाच तो नहीं सकता। 12 सालों से बता रहा हूं, मैं 12 सालों से इर्द गिर्द नाच रहा हूं, नाचते नाचते बूढ़ा हो गया हूं, तो अभी भी तुमको और भी चाहिए। इतना थक गया हूं कि मेरे पास सुध ही नहीं है कि मैंने कब खाया, कब पिया, कब नहीं किया। मेरे को तो पता ही नहीं चला तुम कब खाना लेके आई। मैं तो मोबाइल देख रहा था, तुम खाने लेके आई इसलिए मैं खाने लगा, नहीं लेके आती तो नहीं खाता। बस मुझे एक किट नहीं चाहिए थी। क्या नहीं चाहिए थी? किट नहीं चाहिए।
अच्छा, आप अब मुझसे तंग आ गए हो, तो मैं भी आपसे तंग आ गई हूँ। अब मुझे लगता है हमको अपने काउंसलर्स के पास ही जाना पड़ेगा, वो ही आपको समझाएंगे।
बेस्ट आइडिया। ऐसा कुछ घर में हो तो काउंसलर के पास तुरंत जाना चाहिए। हम जाएंगे, आज ही जाएंगे, अभी जाएंगे।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी। माता जी आइए,
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु।
बताइए।
हरे कृष्णा माता जी। प्रभु
क्या हुआ माता जी, आप क्यों रो रही हो?
माता जी क्या बताऊं, मैं तंग आ गई हूँ इनसे बिल्कुल ही। मतलब आप सोच नहीं सकते, मतलब कितना परेशान करके रखा है इन्होंने।
क्या हुआ, थोड़ा अच्छे से बता दीजिए माता जी।
माता जी वो ऑफिस से घर आते हैं और फोन यूज कर रहे हैं, वॉशरूम जा रहे हैं फोन यूज कर रहे हैं, खाना खा रहे हैं फोन यूज कर रहे हैं, हर टाइम फोन। एक मतलब वुमेन को चाहिए क्या कि भाई आप उसके साथ आए हो तो बात करो, समय दो उसको, और क्या चाहिए?
अच्छा प्रभु जी, आप बताइए आपकी समस्या क्या है?
प्रभु जी मैं बताता हूँ।
हाँ।
हुआ ये है, हाँ मैं बताता हूँ आपको। हुआ ये है कि मैं जब भी घर आता हूँ, ठीक है, तो ये घर महाभारत बन जाता है। इससे पहले रामायण भले चल रही हो, बट आते ही मेरे महाभारत छिड़ जाती है। मैंने घर बनाने के लिए क्या नहीं किया, पैसा जोड़ा, कौड़ी जोड़ी, फिर जाके घर बनाया। मैंने सोचा इस्कॉन एनवीसीसी के पास ले लूंगा तो ज्यादा सुखी रहूंगा, लखनऊ से यहाँ तक चला आया। इतना सब करने के बाद 12 साल हो गए, 2 बच्चे बड़े बड़े हो रहे हैं, इसके बाद भी सुख नहीं मिला। ये नित्यानंद सभा वाले ना बहुत कुछ बताते हैं लेकिन बहुत कुछ छुपा लेते हैं, इसीलिए काउंसलर के पास जाना पड़ता है। तो मैं बहुत दुखी हो गया हूँ प्रभु जी अब ये।
ओके, तो एक काम कीजिए, अब वो काम क्या है ये बताएंगे आप?
आप एक काम कीजिए, एक पेपर लीजिए और माता जी आप अपने पति के बारे में अच्छे क्वालिटीज लिखिए। प्रभु जी आप माता जी के अच्छी क्वालिटीज लिखिए।
अच्छी बात है माता जी, 12 साल में खत्म हो गए।
प्रभु जी कुछ तो होंगे ना, तभी तो शादी किया है।
काउंसलर बोलते तो
12 साल तो टिके हैं ना शादी।
हाँ, काउंसलर बोलते काम करना
तो
चाहिए।
1 मिनट का वक्त लीजिए, बिना सोचे फटाफट लिख दीजिए जो भी आपको उनके बारे में अच्छा लगता है। माता जी आपको जो भी इनके
अच्छी
बारे
बातें
में
लिखनी है, जल्दी से आओ।
चलिए लाइए। तो इसमें प्रभु जी ने बहुत कुछ लिखा है माता जी आपके बारे में, आपके अच्छे गुण बताए उन्होंने बताया कि जब भी वो घर आते हैं तो आप बिस्तर बहुत अच्छे से बना के रख देते हैं, आप प्रसाद बहुत अच्छा रेडी करके रख देते हैं, आप बच्चों का भी ध्यान बहुत अच्छे से रखते हैं। और ये सारी चीज उन्होंने यहाँ पर विस्तार रूप से लिखा है ना? और माता जी आपने क्या लिखा है?
माता जी भी लिखा है, he pays the electricity bill, gas bill, the water bill. He bought us a recreational vehicle 3 years ago. He provides plenty of money for food and clothing for the family.
अच्छा, आपको इसमें एक समस्या नहीं दिख रही है?
प्रभु जी मुझे कोई समस्या नहीं दिख रही, मुझे समझाया गया था कि तुम अपना काम कर दो, वो अपना काम कर देंगी, दोनों अपने अपने काम कर लोगे तो घर चल जाएगा।
अगर आपने नोट किया होगा, माता जी ने लिखा है कि ही बॉट अस अ रिक्रिएशनल व्हीकल। उस व्हीकल का रिक्रिएशन होता है या सिर्फ गैराज में पड़ा रहता है?
प्रभु जी शायद हम गए थे, पिछले साल गए थे कहीं पे।
हाँ। तो प्रभु जी यात्रा तो हम जाते हैं, यात्रा के अलावा इतनी बड़ी गाड़ी खरीदी है, इतना बड़ा घर लिया है, ये सब बहुत अच्छा है प्रभु, लेकिन माता जी चाहती हैं क्या आप इनके साथ वक्त स्पेंड करें, कुछ टाइम स्पेंड करें। और इतनी बड़ी गाड़ी ली है तो कहीं ले जाओ, गाड़ी लेके जाइए, कहीं बाहर घुमा के लेके आइए माता जी को, है ना? वो भी यात्रा के अलावा, यात्रा तो है, यात्रा के अलावा।
ठीक है प्रभु जी, अगले नित्यानंद सभा कैंप में हम गाड़ी से आएंगे।
हाँ। माता जी इसमें आपकी जिम्मेदारी भी उतनी है जितनी प्रभु जी की है। तो वो तो जैसे घर के लिए इतना कुछ करते हैं, इतना मेहनत करते हैं, लेकिन आपको ये चीज भी समझना चाहिए कि जब वो घर के लिए इतना कुछ कर रहे हैं तो 2 शब्द इनकी तारीफ में उनको वो अच्छा लगता है, उनको वो उसके वजह से कॉन्फिडेंस मिलती है। जब आप उनके बारे में 2 शब्द कहते हैं तो उनको लगता है कि मैंने जो मेहनत किया है वो किसी के प्रति तो जा रहा है ना? तो ये चीज भी आप उनके प्रति 2 शब्द कुछ अच्छे बोल के कोशिश कीजिए और इससे आपका बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा।
ओके प्रभु जी,
ट्राई करके बताइए।
ट्राई करेंगे।
हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Yeah. Okay. So basically what we were trying to convey here is the two partners here, they are unhappy because each other's language has not been understood. So if you notice carefully, the woman's need here was quality time. She was feeling that, this man, husband, he has purchased nice flat, nice car, everything, but we never spend any time together. We don't have only time. The man, on the other hand, does not have that need so much. He is feeling that I need his language of love is word of affirmation. That means he wants some glorification from the wife. That he's working so hard, he is maintaining everything nicely or doing his so-called responsibility. See, many times what happens, the basic responsibilities are all done. So he feels that for that I need a word of appreciation from my wife, which is not coming. Kuch appreciation nahi hai, he is feeling. So this is a case where both of them have different languages and that's why there is a fight. So this skit is a illustration of the previous skit. In the previous skit, we just showed different languages. So now I'll tell you one thing. How do you understand the language of love of oneself or someone? So something on that. In fact, I have some exercise also. So there are some sheets which will get circulated. I should have maybe done that before, but we will do that, right? So from behind you can start. So I think I have 300 copies. Maybe it should be enough. I don't know. Okay. So currently you need not look at that, but I hope you have a pen. I'm going to make you do some task with it. So I'll tell you what I want here. See, how to understand language of love of oneself for the other. Look at this. What does your spouse do or fail to do that hurts you most deeply? The opposite that is probably your love language. So please understand the sentence here. See, everyone's spouse may do something or fail to do something which will hurt a person. That means, what is it that you get maximum hurt by? That is the opposite of that is your language of love. That means, for example, see, someone is most touchy if, let's say, some good words are not spoken to him. अच्छे शब्द उसके बारे में बोला नहीं. He feels maximum pain. Then that means his language of love is word of affirmation. He wants that. You understood? Someone feels maximum pain when time only is not spent by the other partner. Okay? That is what is causing pain, na? That means that only is his language. You understood, right? So that means, what is it that hurts us maximum? The opposite of that. That means exactly that is what is your language. Okay? And second thing, what have you requested your spouse most often? So most of the time, one will request also. Like for example, a man may tell his wife that, when I come home from office, I need food ready, I need the house clean. There are people like that. For them, so they will spell it out repeatedly. That means that is their most important need. You understood? So currently the sheet, please don't even look at it. I will tell you to do, that is at the end of today's talk only. Side mein rakh do bas. We are just distributing it. Iska kaam end mein hoga. So just keep it aside right now. Don't look at that. You will get distracted by it. Okay? That means what you request most often. And third is, in what way do you like to express your love? See, the world is such that the world is a mirror of oneself, they say. So most often what happens is, whatever is one's language of love, that only one will try to serve the other person like that. So let's say, someone is physical by nature. He likes a lot of physical touch, romance in a physical sense. He will think that my wife also needs that only, because usko bola acha lagta hai, to usko lagta hai ki usko bhi wahi chahiye. Okay, so he will do that. But maybe that's not her primary need. Okay, so there is here primary language and secondary language also, which you will understand after we do the exercise. Currently, I'm not going into that. But the point is, because the world is a mirror of ourselves, we tend to give to the world what we value maximum. Okay, so these are three ways by which, I did something, or it will come, na? Yeah. So this is how you understand yourself. See, this is again, just like, we are saying discover yourself, we say, in like our most famous program is Discover Yourself. And in that mainly we focus on the spiritual aspect, right? Discover your Atma. There we stop. But what we sometimes don't understand is, there is also this discovery to be done in terms of body and mind as to who I am. Atma to hum hai hi, but that is, we are not at that level. That's a theoretical understanding that you have right now. You are functioning at the level of body and mind only. So that is why understanding Swadharma, I'm not going into that today. That's another favorite topic of mine though. And understanding these kind of things in terms of one psychophysical requirement is also discover yourself. Which one actually needs to do in order to lead day-to-day life very smoothly. Okay, so this is how you understand. Now, so the thing is, in a married life, one should understand one's own language and one should understand the other person's language also. Okay? And so, for example, this author very beautifully has put, suppose, for example, so I'm just going through it very quickly here. If someone's spouse's language of love is word of affirmation, so he says like, words are important. Words are important means that person looks for appreciation. It may be anything. It may be, okay, she has cooked a meal. Okay, so she may need perhaps the word of affirmation. अरे the food was खाना बहुत अच्छा बनाया आपने, भोगा प्रसाद whatever it is, you made it very nicely. She will need that word. If you don't give that word, you just eat and walk off. Person will feel what is this, nothing came. दो शब्द नहीं आए मुंह से, इतना बड़ा पेट आ गया आगे, खा के गया बंदा, कुछ नहीं बोला लेकिन. So then there is no use saying that I love you very much later, because that opportunity there to express love was in the words, to say that you did a very good job. So similarly the husband also may feel, the wife wants, like, she spoke earlier from the Ramayana, where the Sita comes and glorifies the Rama. What a hero you are. The man feels great, yeah, come on, she has appreciated, she has understood what I'm actually capable of. So these words. Okay, so you did a great job on this meal. You look nice in that outfit. I really appreciate your picking up the laundry. मतलब कुछ काम किया, धोबी के पास से कपड़ा ले गया. I appreciate that you did it. मतलब बिना बोले आपने कर दिया ये बात. That person will like it. You understood? So the simple examples are given here. Okay, so some compliments later. So this author, he has given this thing. He's saying, as you read newspaper, magazines or books, look for words of affirmation that people use. There are different ways in which people appreciate. Look for such things and improve your own vocabulary. Write a love letter. So this is also very powerful. Writing paragraph, love sentence to your spouse and give it quietly. It's actually very powerful on the birthday or something, You actually write a letter which is very heartfelt. It actually touches a person. Okay. And if that person's need is that, all the more it will touch. You understood? See, for some people it may not be a very big thing. For them that may not be a need. तो उनको लगेगा कि ठीक है letter आ गया. But for some person that letter is very important. I mean, they will keep that letter for life. I received this letter करके, like that. Compliment in presence of others. This is double credit. That means your wife has need of words of affirmation. If you glorify her in front of your mother, वो तो फिर एकदम at a different level only that will work. Magic, right? Because you have not only glorified her in front of the mother, you have glorified. ये तो यार मतलब सोने पे सोगा as they say. Okay, look at your spouse's strengths and tell how much you appreciate those strengths. Tell your children how great your mother is. So like this, So there are many things. But if your spouse's need is that words of appreciation, affirmation, you will need to give it that. Innovate and give it. See, that is love. Love means, like Prabhupada would say, love means service. So you innovate and you find out how love expressed to that other person satisfied. Okay, so this is about words of appreciation, right? The second thing we did in the drama was quality time. If you notice, that wife who was there, her language of love was quality time. Quality time means what? Quality time is not just simply sitting together and both are scrolling mobile. That is not quality time. You may be sitting in the same sofa, both are looking at WhatsApp messages. That is not quality time, right? Quality time means, go for a walk, just talk very casually, fun memories of your childhood, he's given many examples, go to the city park, rent bicycles, ride till you're tired. So, you just go, actually I'll tell you, in Pune, this Sinhagarh fort is there. I don't know how many of you have done trekking. It's a beautiful place to trek. You are married, you can take your wife if she likes that, Go on a trek, it will take some 5-6 hours, go up, climb. Keep just talking something very casually, Maybe after you go up, you can sit there easily for 1 hour, chant some rounds, you get a lot of fruits there, eat everything, come down. It's a fantastic, so like that you have to think, what the other person will like, right? So they are given many examples. How you spend time with each other, right? So many examples are given. Do something together. Cook together. Even if you attend a class in temple, sitting in the class in temple, suppose let's say there's a husband and wife sitting here, both are hearing class, that is not quality time. Because they are not spending quality time with each other. When quality time will come is after you go home and you sit with each other for 1 hour and discuss what all you learned in the classes and share with each other. That is quality time, because that's with each other. You understood? No, it's not that you're sitting in the temple and hearing a Bhagavatam class, just because you're together, उसमें qualify नहीं होता. आप घर जाके अगर वही class, if you're just sitting on the sofa and just, relaxed, you're just talking about what all you learned in the class, that is quality time. So like that, there are many things, so you have to be very innovative. You have to be really very innovative, talk about the childhood of a person and so on and so forth. So many ways in which you understand quality time. Make sense? Yeah. So this is the second thing. Okay, now what we are going to do is, we'll have a third skit and then I will draw some lessons out of that. Just cover that up. Thank you. The other one. Yeah, only the two of you. Yeah, please.
अरे ओ मुकुंदा की महतारी, हम सोचत रहन कि हम भीटवा पे जाके अपने छोटे छोटे जो बिरवा हैं उनका नीर डाल के आई थे। छोटे छोटे बिरवा हैं हमारे।
क्या आपके और भी बच्चे हैं?
नहीं, छोट बिरवा हमार, उनका पानी डाल के आब हम बिटवा पे हैं हमार।
क्या बीट पे आपके और भी बच्चे हैं छोटे छोटे?
अरे कौन समझाओ ये महतारी का कि और कौन है, खाली बिरवा ही हमार।
आपने और भी
बिरवा।
कोई गृहस्थी बनाई हुई है, छोटे छोटे
गृहस्थी
बच्चे
नहीं।
हैं आपके। हे भगवान, मेरी
अरे
तो
ये
जिंदगी
क्या कह
बर्बाद हो
रही है?
गई।
बिरवा बिरवा बिरवा, छोटा छोटा बिरवा,
मतलब
छोटा।
छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं आपके।
अरे अब किसके पास जाए, हर बार काउंसलर के पास नहीं जा सकते। तुम समझो हम क्या कह रहे हैं। हम कह रहे हैं हम बिटवा पर जाब, वहां पर छोट बिरवा का नीर डालब, घर चले आप। हमारे कोई गृहस्थी नहीं है वहां।
बीट मतलब क्या है?
यो बिटवा नहीं समझती। अब बताओ हम काहे की शादी किए ना, इनके सोच समझ के शादी करो। अगली बात तुम।
Thank you. So, if you notice here, so can anybody tell me what was happening here? This was slightly different from the first one. If you understood, can anyone tell with a raise of hand? What was exactly happening in this skit? Come on, somebody. किसी को नहीं, मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग तो था, लेकिन क्यों मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग? या नहीं, but see here, unlike in the previous one, were they talking same language or different language? Exactly. Yes. So this is, in technical language, this is called dialect. Dialect means a same language can have multiple dialect. Like if you see carefully, this Prabhuji, he was talking Hindi of which region? Yeah, he's from Lucknow. He was telling it is Lucknow Hindi, but whatever, Lucknow, Bihar. That area. You understood? See, Hindi also has many variations. She was talking maybe the normal Hindi, what we are used to, which is, anyway, by the way, most of it is Urdu, but that's what we think as, just 1 second. Yeah, so that is, so both were talking Hindi, but different dialects. So there was a problem. Okay, so in our context, what lesson we are learning is, two people may have the same language of love, but their dialect may be different. That means, let us say, both like quality time. But one likes quality time by going on trekking and, talking there. Spend time with. Another one likes quality time by just, being around in the kitchen and in the house only, sitting on the sofa and just talking. He or she doesn't like to walk. सिंहगढ़ चढ़ो बोलेगा तो बाप रे, ये सब कौन करेगा बाबा? घर पे बैठ के क्वालिटी टाइम करेंगे ना, हम साथ में बैठेंगे। तो दूसरे को लगता है कि क्या यार, ये घर पे बैठ के क्या, लेट्स गो आउट, लेट्स गो टू हिमालयस, कहीं ट्रैक करके आएंगे यार, मजा आएगा। सो बोथ आर वांटिंग क्वालिटी टाइम ओनली, यू अंडरस्टूड? बट इट विल बी लाइक दिस किट, वन इज टॉकिंग बिहारी हिंदी, वन इज टॉकिंग सम अदर हिंदी ओनली, सो दे विल कीप फाइटिंग. One will say we will spend time going on the mountain, another will say we will spend time sitting in the kitchen. As we cut vegetables together, we will do cooking together ना, उसमें भी मजा है ना. Other will say नहीं. हाँ, so then what happens now in all this? One has to not only that means one has to not only understand the spouse's language of love, one will also have to understand which dialect he or she speaks. There is a dialect of it. Okay, and remember, marriage ultimately partnership is give and take. So what we always will tell is, you will have to settle at a golden mean. You will have to understand, ठीक है? Okay, so 1 week or once a month we will do trekking. At other time we will sit at home only and talk. So both people's dialect is satisfied. See, you can never have in a relationship like marriage situation where only सिर्फ मेरा चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होगा ना. Other person will at one point feel, what is there for me in this marriage? मेरे लिए तो कुछ नहीं, मेरे को तो बाहर जाना अच्छा लगता है, इनको तो घर में बैठना अच्छा है. So you will have to strike a golden mean. See, now you're married, so then, there's no running away from that reality. So you'll have to settle at a golden mean कि भाई हम कुछ ये भी करेंगे वो भी करेंगे. This is what we wanted to depict in this skit, okay, of dialect difference. Okay, remember this is different from the first skit where language only was different. Here dialect is different. इसको illustrate करने के लिए एक और skit है. चलो, you're there. Your son is okay. I mean, he was crying a bit. Yeah. चलो, प्रभु जी.
हरे कृष्णा। अब हम आपको दूसरे अपार्टमेंट के दूसरे फ्लैट के कपल से मिलवाते हैं। ये गोलोक वृंदावन के कपल है और इनके नाम थोड़े विचित्र हैं। ये प्रभु जी का नाम है ओसी दास, क्योंकि इनको एक बीमारी है ओसीडी का, ऑब्सेसिव कंपल्सिव डिसऑर्डर। इनको घर आते ही सब कुछ सेट चाहिए, सब कुछ साफ सुथरा और सब कुछ सही सलामत होना चाहिए। और माताजी जो है, इनका नाम है सेवा भक्ति माताजी। इनकी भी शादी को कई साल हो गए हैं, लेकिन और इनके घर पे भी एक छोटा बच्चा है, लेकिन इनके प्रभु जी जो है, इनकी भाषा अलग है और माताजी की भाषा अलग है। चलिए देखते हैं इनके बीच में क्या अनबन हुआ। हरे कृष्णा।
आज तो फ्राइडे है, शुक्रवार। अब 2 दिन की मिली है मस्त वाली छुट्टी, तो हम क्या करेंगे? आराम करेंगे घर जाके। इसके अलावा कोई काम नहीं करेंगे। भाई बहुत दिन काम कर लिया, अब 2 दिन आराम करेंगे। चलो घर चलते हैं। अरे घर में सारे खिलौने बिखरे पड़े हैं, बच्चे नहाए नहीं हैं, वो डायपर भी नहीं चेंज किया। बताओ ये क्या बात हो गई? अरे मैं तो सोचा था घर जाके खाने को मिलेगा, तो किचन में ताला ही लगा हुआ है। कहां चले गए घर वाले सब? हमें बोला गया था शादी ब्याह कर लो, घर वैकुंठा की तरह सजेगा अगर अपना अपना काम कर दोगे तो। लेकिन ये तो नरक से भी नरक हो रहा है अब मेरे लिए। और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि अगर ऐसा ही चला तो वो कहावत बहुत अच्छी है, छोड़ो घर बार चलो हरिद्वार। अपना काम तो कम से कम हो जाएगा, खाने को तो मिलेगा।
अच्छा, इतना ज्ञान बांट रहे हो तो थोड़ी मेहनत करा दो साथ में, तो हेल्प हो जाएगी मेरी।
अब मेरी बातें ज्ञान लगने लगी इनको।
शादी से पहले तो क्या क्या कहा करते थे, चांद सितारे तोड़ के ला दूंगा, हाँ? साथ में काम संभालूंगा तुम्हारे, और अभी ज्ञान बांट रहे हो मुझे।
चांद सितारे शादी के बाद हम लाए थे, छत पे सजा दो। तुमने क्या किया? तुम्हें बिखेर दिया, सब बर्बाद होगा। अब बताओ हम क्या करी?
तो हेल्प करनी चाहिए ना, ज्ञान थोड़ी ना बांटना
हमने
चाहिए।
अपना काम कर दिया, हम गए बाहर, कमाए धमाए, घर आए। घर में सुकून मिलना चाहिए, घर वैकुंठा की तरह होना चाहिए। तुमने क्या क्या सब बिखेर के रखा है। हमने तुम्हें कहा क्या भक्ति मत करो? हमने सब निभाए थे।
अच्छा, तभी आप टेंपल जाने के लिए मना करते हो, बोलते हो घर का काम करो पहले, टेंपल बाद में जाना।
अरे हमको बताइए, अगर घर में काम नहीं होगा और सिर्फ मंदिर में सर्विस करोगे तो घर का काम कौन करेगा? कि हम करेंगे? घर का काम निपटाइए फिर मंदिर जाइए, यही तो परमार्थ है।
आपको याद भी है कि लास्ट टाइम हमने कब साथ में भगवत गीता पढ़ी थी?
जब वक्त मिलेगा घर के काम को फुर्सत से करने का, तभी तो करेंगे ना भगवत गीता। ये जो आपकी भगवत गीता है, नहीं तो चांद सितारे बटोरते फिर दे देंगे बस। हम दिए थे, हमने क्या सोचा था कि ऊपर सजेंगे, सज नीचे रहे हैं। हमको लग रहा है इस बार फिर से जाना पड़ेगा, और कोई काम और कोई चारा बचा नहीं हमारे पास। हम जा रहे हैं आज प्रभु जी के पास।
हाँ, जाना ही पड़ेगा हमको काउंसलर के पास।
आइए प्रभु, अब क्या हुआ?
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा।
प्रभु जी, लास्ट टाइम आपने समझाया था कि ऐसा ऐसा करो, घर वैकुंठा की तरह सजेगा, तो हमने पूरी कोशिश की अपनी। ठीक है, हम अपना जो काम धंधा है वो निपटाए, घर को व्यवस्थित करने के लिए जो चीजें होती है वो दी। लेकिन इनसे तो हमारी गाड़ी तक नहीं धुली जाती है, क्योंकि वो तो इनका काम है, ये अपना काम कर नहीं रही है। हमारा जो काम था वो हमने कर दिया। बिजली का बिल नहीं गिरा था, अभी लाइट गई थी थोड़ी देर पहले।
माता जी आप बताइए।
प्रभु जी, अगर इनको खाना चाहिए टाइम पे आते ही, तो इनको ये होना चाहिए ना कि बच्चे को संभाल ले और मैं खाना बना लूंगी। थोड़ा हेल्प कर
थका
देंगे
हुआ आया हूं,
अगर, तो
कैसे
क्या
बच्चा
हो
संभालूं?
जाएगा?
बहुत लंबी लिस्ट है इनकी। चलिए ये लंबी लिस्ट को ना आप लिख के दे दीजिए।
प्रभु जी हर बार लिखवाते हो, बहुत मुश्किल काम है ये।
लिखो। बिना सोचे 1 मिनट में फटाफट लिखिए। आपको लिखना है आप क्या चाहते हैं, एक्सपेक्टेशंस। माता जी से आप क्या चाहते हैं, माता जी आप लिखेंगे आप इनसे क्या चाहते हैं। इन्होंने क्या लिखा है, इन्होंने लिखा है कि जब ये घर आए, जब भी ऑफिस से घर आए, इनको घर साफ चाहिए। साथ साथ में इन्होंने ये भी लिखा है कि जो बच्चों का चेहरा है, उनका डायपर जो भी है, सब साफ हो। और साथ ही साथ में इन्होंने ये लिखा है कि जब भी ये घर पहुंच जाए, इनको खाना तैयार चाहिए एटलीस्ट आधे घंटे के अंदर, जैसे ही ये पहुंचे। ये इन्होंने लिखा है। माता जी आपने क्या लिखा है?
और माता जी भी लिखिए, आई विश यू वुड वॉश द कार एवरी वीक इंस्टेड ऑफ एक्सपेक्टिंग मी टू डू इट. I wish he would take care of baby after he gets home in the afternoon, especially if I am preparing dinner. I wish he would clean the house for me once in a week. So these are the expectations of Prabhuji. From Mataji.
ओके इसमें आपको एक चीज समझ आ रही है क्या, गड़बड़ कहाँ है?
नहीं प्रभु जी बिल्कुल नहीं समझ में
फिर से नहीं समझ आ रही है तो बहुत सिंपल है। आप दोनों को एक दूसरे को सेवा करना है, एक दूसरे की सेवा आपको करनी है, लेकिन इसमें आपको ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि इनके लिए सेवा क्या है, आपके लिए सेवा क्या है। माता जी ये जब चाहते हैं कि घर आए तो सब कुछ साफ सफाई रहे, तो आपको वो उतना तो करना पड़ेगा साफ सफाई। प्रभु जी आपको जो चाहिए कि बच्चे का चेहरा सब साफ हो और खाने के लिए तुरंत मिल जाए, ये आपको तुरंत नहीं मिल सकता है। माता जी बच्चों को संभाले, घर संभाले, कितने चीजें संभालेगी। आप जैसे अगर आप गाड़ी धोएंगे, माता जी ने लिखा है अगर आप अपना गाड़ी खुद धोएंगे तो उनके पास थोड़ा समय बचेगा, कितने करेंगे वो माता जी भी, है ना। तो जैसे आप अगर बच्चे को संभालेंगे थोड़ी देर, तो तब तक माता जी खाना बना लेंगी, तब तक प्रसाद बना लेंगी, है ना। तो ऐसे छोटे छोटे चीजें करने से उनको भी अच्छा लगेगा और आपका काम मिल बांट के आप कर रहे हो, घर गृहस्थी आपका इसी तरीके से चलेगा।
ठीक प्रभु जी समझा कि अब मैं बच्चे के साथ भी क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करूं।
यस बच्चे के साथ क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करिए और माता जी के साथ भी कीजिए।
थैंक यू प्रभु जी एंड माता जी।
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा।
दिखाएंगे। Okay, so in this kit, what you saw basically is both the husband and wife have the same language, seva, but they have different dialects. You understood? His main need is that house should be clean and food should be served hot. ये दो need है इसके. If that is there, wife loves me. Otherwise, he doesn't. She feels that he should also, at least once a week, he should, some maha cleaning होता है घर में, he should do that. Not that I will only keep doing everything, and he should take care of that. So basically, both of them have the same thing, acts of service, but they are speaking little different language. So I've just made a thing here. If your spouse's love language is acts of service, make a list of the requests your spouse has made of you over the past few weeks. Select one of them each week and do it as an expression of love. So it is there. I mean, it's a very simple thing, right? So it will come out. You will understand it very easily that my wife's need is this. Like in my case, I know my wife's need is this only. I should do something at home. She has told me some things I should do. If I do that, house family life is first class. Absolutely no problem, because so I know that very clearly that ye mujhe karna hai bas. So that's how she understands love. So in this way, each of you will have to understand what your partner's need is and do that. Then he has given many ideas, I mean, see, he's a Westerner, so he has given ideas mowing the lawn. In the West, every house has a lawn and all that. Walking the dog, vacuuming the house, washing the dishes, cleaning the fish bowl. So he has given examples in the Western context. But we can think about it from our own understanding, right? Like what all things, a person understands as service. And all that one should do for that person. Okay? Seva. Right? So this is acts of service. There's another one on which we are not doing a drama, but that is receiving gifts. There are people for whom gifts are very special. That's their nature. They like when So that means because see, the gift also means not that you have to spend a lot of money in it many times. Like I mean, I knew one of my very close friends. He's from South. In South, what happens na? In Chennai and all, if you go outside any temple, you get this. In Pune, I have not seen that so much, but you get this gajra, which ladies put in South. Here, I have not seen that so much here. Some places maybe you may be getting, but in South, if you go in any temple outside, you will see that. And I'm from South, so I've seen that many men I have seen, they will keep buying that for their wife. They come to the temple, they'll buy one mono, they say, that means from here to here. This much they give for them, 10 rupees or something, they'll buy that and give it to their wife, to decorate their hair. So sometimes the gift may be very small also. But also the gifts also, when you give, it's about, like for example, a birthday has come. You want to gift a sari or, something. Then you have to have an understanding what color my wife likes, what actually looks good on her. You need to know that also. And what all she already has, so that is actually, being very careful about this. So giving gift means not just you give anything, and it's not just about an expense thing, but it is, giving, especially when they need it, it may be very small things also, even in the house sometimes, being very sensitive, okay, these are the things he or she needs for their working. Like when you give a gift to a person, you have to find out now what that person needs. Simply you can't give a gift like that. You need to find out, okay, maybe such and such utensil she is really looking for, or, my husband is looking for, some connector, or, some specific thing. Let me gift him that on an occasion. So being very careful on that is actually gift. So that brings us to the final language of love, that is physical touch, and we have a drama on that.
हरे कृष्णा। तो आज हम आपको एक और आखिरी कपल के पास ले आते हैं। आई एम गोइंग टू शेयर अ वेरी टचिंग स्टोरी टू ऑल ऑफ यू। ये स्टोरी है दो कपल्स का। प्रभु जी बहुत रोमांटिक है, माता जी उतनी नहीं, लेकिन माता जी बहुत एक्सपर्ट कुक हैं, जो उन्होंने अपने माँ से सीखा है। अपने घर से बहुत अच्छा व्यंजन बनाती है। शी इज एक्सपर्ट कुक, वो घर पे बहुत अच्छे अच्छे खाने बनाती है। चलिए देखते हैं इनके बीच में क्या अनबन हुआ।
अरे प्रियम वदे, कितने सारे व्यंजन बनाए हैं आपने। गोपी मंजरी जी, इतने व्यंजन बनाएंगे तो आप थक जाएंगे और आपका सारा टाइम चला जाएगा। हम तो वॉइस वाले हैं, इस्कॉन की खिचड़ी में भी खुश रहते हैं। थोड़ा सा घी डाल दिया करो, बस हमारा हो जाएगा उतने में।
मेरी माँ भी पिताजी के लिए बहुत सारे व्यंजन बनाया करती थी और उनको सर्व किया करती थी। तो उन्होंने मुझे भी यही शिक्षा दी है कि अपने पति को कैसे सर्व करना है।
अच्छा ठीक है, तो आपके व्यंजन लेके आइए फिर। वाह, बहुत स्वादिष्ट है। भगवान का प्रसाद हमेशा स्वादिष्ट होता है। बच्चों को भी खिलाते हैं। खाओ खाओ खा, आप भी खा सकते हैं। हाँ ये अच्छा है, ये तो अच्छा जा रहा है, लाइन सही है।
मैं अचार लेके आती हूँ एक मिनट।
अचार नहीं, वो आचरण चाहिए था। कोई नहीं, अचार से ही काम चला लिया जाएगा। आप भी खा लो। चलो अब प्रसाद तो हो गया, कुछ क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं। इतनी बार समझाया गया है क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करना चाहिए। चलो आओ सब लोग क्वालिटी टाइम स्पेंड करेंगे। एक्चुअली आपको पता है क्या हुआ ना, जब मेरी माँ यहाँ रहा करती थी, हाँ, तो हम लोग सब साथ में बैठते थे और उस टाइम हम लोग टीवी देखा करते थे। लेकिन आजकल वो टीवी नहीं मिल रही है। अब ये टीवी तो मिल नहीं रही है तो कुछ और चाहिए होता है, वो सबको समझ में आ रहा है। लेकिन अब उसकी जरूरत बहुत ज्यादा है क्योंकि हमारे तो 2 ही संतानें हुई हैं, है ना। तो मैं ये कह रहा था, मैं ये कहना चाह रहा था कि हमारे काउंसलर्स ने सजेस्ट किया है जितनी क्षमता हो और जितनी जल्दी हो उतने प्रोग्रेस में रहना चाहिए। आज ही पता चला है हमें, है ना। अरे ऐसे तो चल नहीं पाएगा ना, फिर 2 ही पे अटक जाएंगे हम, कुछ और भी करने की जरूरत पड़ती है। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Yeah, see, among all the languages of love, this one which is there, the need of the physical, this is many times in our cultural context also, especially ISKCON as an organization, this becomes even more challenging because people sometimes view this as a, something very lower thing. As in, you understand what I'm saying, na? This is something lower nature. It is to be given up very quickly. Let me assure you, if your need is physical touch, till 60 and 70 years old also you will have that need. See, the first step in discovering yourself, and I'm saying discovering not the Atma one, that we will talk when we give a Bhagavad Gita class. But here, when we are talking about from a psycho nature na, of body and mind, for me, I'll tell you, there is no difference between this and the others. It is not that this is less and the others, somebody wants quality time, then that is a little bit more evolved. Somebody wants physical touch, means, lusty guy, lusty ekdam. एकदम नीच लेवल का आदमी है, लस्ट है उसमें बहुत ज्यादा, काम वासना है. It's not like that. It's not like that. So I'll tell you, this not understanding this principle has led to many marriages being broken. Many. I mean, I don't want to go into that statistics of or case studies of that, but I know several cases where, man or a woman, either case, it is not being fulfilled. So physical touch, if the person has physical touch, now see, he has given many examples here. See, these are a little bit Western context, huh? So I'm not intentionally circulating it. आप लोग किसी इधर ब्रह्मचारी को दिखा दोगे और वो बोलेंगे पता नहीं क्या क्या बोल रहे हैं. So I mean, just take the essence of it. Take the essence of it. See, here he says, as you walk from the car to the shopping mall, reach out and hold your spouse's hand. Okay, in India, we may generally not do that, because in public, showing affection in India is still in some way a social taboo. Though of course nowadays it has become another extreme also, like that World Cup T20, if you know something, that Hardik Pandya is there, he got his girlfriend at the end and, was doing little too much only. So that's a bit too much, honestly. But so the thing is, okay, you have your own home, you have a privacy in that, grahastha means. Okay. In fact, there is one Prabhupada's quote actually. I unfortunately didn't get that. He has written a letter to one grahastha where he says, you have to show your love to your wife by kissing and hugging her. He's written a letter like that. I unfortunately couldn't get that. I don't know, put it up honestly here. He writes that. So this is basically, this is a very normal thing which, Prabhupada, as a matter of fact, he just wrote to his disciple like this. You're married, so you have to show love to your wife by, and he has listed many things like this. Kiss her, embrace her, hug her, and show your love. He has written like that. There's a letter like this to that effect. But I'm not going, so the point is, he has given many examples here, take her in your arms, initiate a shoulder massage, hold hands, foot massage. He has given many things, many very, very romantic ideas he has given, which I don't want to read too much, otherwise many of you will beat me up. You'll think that, I've gone mad only over here. But it is very normal. To show physical love with your spouse is extremely normal in the privacy of your home. Yeah, we should not be like Hardik Pandya and that Mehak Sharma, be so shameless on the public podium, sitting and embracing each other. That's obviously culturally not right, because there are children watching and cricket match and so many things. You don't do these things. That's where the Western world, they go a bit off track. They don't understand that there is a boundary. If you see our Shastra, like, that's why, when my wife was talking earlier, right, she quoted that verse from Ramayana. Sita comes and embraces Ram. And, if you see in the forest, so many things are there of love that they have. See, this is non-sexual love, which he talks about. Non-sexual as in, sex is one part, but even other than that, there is physical touch, which should be there between husband and wife, especially one of the partner needs it. Okay, so now you have to be very honest with yourself also. What you need. You can't simply, see, you can lie to yourself for some time, but you can't lie all the time. You can't lie all the time. You make a fool out of yourself actually. So basically, I'm just, we are actually heavily short of time. So I'll just end very soon and we'll just do that. We have 5-10 minutes or what, I don't know. Is there a session at 7:15 or something or what? I mean, there's no session, but still I'm not going to take infinite time. Maybe by 7:15 we have to wrap up because I have a Bhagavad Gita class in temple also 7:30. I'm not talking this by the way over there. So. See, so basically, so I'll just quickly, I'll just summarize some things. Yeah, so see, for each language, how to communicate, actions to take, things to avoid. So these are all very important. Like quality time means one-to-one mandatory time without cell phones. Actions to take, create special moments. Things to avoid, spending most of your free time apart. That means if your wife's, I'll share this slide with everyone. There's no rocket science in this. So you need not take trouble of taking all the photo. I'll send it to the organizer. If they have a WhatsApp group, they can forward it. Right? Quality time mein dekho. What is how the communication is, what you should do, what you should not do. Sab kuch likha hai. You understood? So like that, acts of service. Let them know that you want them to lighten their load. You are wanting to lighten their load. You understood? This is for the opposite person. Huh? See, the whole principle of love is, you understand what the other person wants and fulfill it. Okay, don't think about what you want always and think only in that dimension. So you may want physical touch, your wife may want acts of service. Your wife may want, the lady may want that, the man should help me in the kitchen, he may help me in so many things. And the man may want, physical hug, cuddling and all that stuff. So of course, he has given many other things also, sexual acts. I'm not going into that so much. But the thing is, so that's the physical part. So basically the man may want something, the wife may want something else. So you need to understand what the other person wants and reciprocate in some way. Correct? Words of affirmation. Encourage, affirm, appreciate and listen. Send an unexpected card or a text. Only saying words or blame instead of praising effort. This you should not do. You understood? That means somebody wants words of affirmation and the only thing you do is criticize them. Gone. The marriage will just not last. Because one thing is to do what is needed. Another thing is to not do. They will do complete opposite of that. And many times this is what people do and that's why there is a disaster because you understood. So your wife, someone's language is gifts and you forget special dates. You're gone. You forgot the anniversary only, The first time you met each other, that's a great occasion to give a gift. But you forgot only that date. फिर तो यार मतलब बहुत बड़ा पाप किया. So then you are completely off. So these are some things here, right? So yeah. So basically, see, there is this word loud tank, we call it. So, it's either empty or full. So kind of, you understand now? Actually, yeah, I wanted to say this also. Even in this famous verse, Dadati Prati Grinnati, right? In some way, these things come. Dadati Prati Grinnati actually is giving gifts. Right? Gukshamakyati Prichati is words, also quality time. You spend some time. And Bhungte Bhojate is physical. The physical part of it is Bhungte. Of course, in the context of Rupa Goswami is talking about Prasadam. But, I mean, I'm just extending it a bit. Enjoyment, even in the physical sense, is called bhungte only in Sanskrit terminology also. So I'm just saying that, this does come in different places. So that's why if you see, so the love tank has to be full. So there is a primary love language, of which everybody has. And if that is deplete, you will feel very empty, and there will be trouble. And if it is full, then you are happy. So even children have this and so on. Okay, so now we're just coming to the last part of it. So I've given you one sheet. Okay, you need to take a pen. You need to be extremely honest with yourself. Huh? I'll tell you what you need to do in this sheet. Just give me 1 second. See, everybody has this sheet, right? I did spend. See, there are 30 questions and A and B in it. So effectively 60 questions are there. You have to tick only that which you are very confident is your need. इसके लिए ना you look at this three. Wait 1 second. Just 1 second wait. देखो ये चीज मैंने लिखा था. See, what does the other person if they fail to do it will hurt you most? What do you request your spouse? Why are you marrying in the first place if you're not married? Because some of you are not married, some of you are married. So if you're married, what do you look for your spouse? If you're not married, what are you looking forward from her or him? In what way in what way do you like to express love? Generally, that only is your love language. That may not be the other person's. But because the world is a mirror of ourselves, we tend to do that. So you don't look at the right thing. Oh, alphabet मैंने दिया है उसको देखो मत अभी. There are 30 into 2 60 questions are there. Very honestly you tick. So only you may tick 5. If only 5 are your need. Something may not be your need only. For example, I receive a loving note, text, email for no special reason from my loved one. If that's not your need, don't tick it. Be very honest. ये सही में तुमको लगता है क्या? My partner and I hug. So, if you like that, then you tick it. So you have to be very honest with yourself. And you just tick what is your need. Just do that exercise. You'll understand it. चलो करो. 2-4 minutes इस काम के लिए. Yeah? Can I explain it again? I have to explain it? No. What I'm saying is, see, I have written many statements now. You have to read each statement and see if this is your need. मतलब आपको ये लगता है क्या जीवन में? ये 3 क्राइटेरिया. अगर आपने वाइफ ने ये नहीं किया, आपको बुरा लगेगा क्या? If you are married, do you request this from your wife or whatever? So like that. In what way do you express your love? So like this. That means you have to think from your perspective. You may be married or not married, doesn't matter. अरे sets छोड़ दो. Some things will be repeat. Leave that also. Currently just tick. Don't see so much about multiplicity and all that. This is used for another exercise also. Tick only those things which honestly you feel is your need. There are 60 points given. इसमें से सिर्फ 10 आपके रहेंगे. कोई बात नहीं, बाकी 50 छोड़ दो. वो आपका नहीं है. आप सिर्फ टिक करो जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड योरसेल्फ. आपको क्या नीड है मेन लाइफ में. बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट. मतलब अगर आपको गिफ्ट अच्छा लगता है, डोंट थिंक अरे ऐसा कैसा मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग, हाउ कैन आई एक्सपेक्ट गिफ्ट, हाउ कैन आई से माय वाइफ शुड हग मी, दिस इज वेरी बैड, आई एम सपोज टू ट्रांसेंड लस्ट. वो सब अभी फिलहाल बाजू में रख दो. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव अ क्लास 7:30 गीता क्लास, सो देयर आई विल टॉक ऑल दैट. बट सी हियर बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट विथ योरसेल्फ. जो आपका नीड है वो टिक करो. यस माताजी. What? Yeah. Both you may take or whatever. It's not A or B. आप करो, but be very honest. If you take all 60, that means you have a terrific, love need or whatever. But anyway, I leave that. Whatever. Tick whatever very honestly you tick. चलो, everybody काम करो. सब लोग tick करो. We are a bit late now. Yeah. Prasad is there. What time?
Actually, now we are dancing with him.
Ah.
Tomorrow, what happens when we will late? So we plan for the second day.
Just 2-3 minutes. We can even leave this for self-assessment. See, I'll tell you, because see, this is something where you have to think a little bit. Ideally, this needs half an hour. Because think very honestly. After you do what you do now, on the right side, alphabets are given. Currently, don't look at the alphabet. W means words of affirmation. P means physical touch. Q means quality time. A means acts of service. And R means receiving gifts. So like this, 5 languages are there. If you tick na, you will generally see, very honestly, see, you have to think very carefully. आधा घंटे का काम है actually, honestly. Unfortunately, I ran out of time badly. You take the sheet with you. I don't need it. And I'm not going to take any feedback. Or neither in the marriage board they are going to ask, kiska love language kya hai, and match all that. Already so many problems are there to arrange marriages. So we don't want to add another one. Do it yourself. But let me tell you, most people now will have only 2 standing out. That means if you tick 12 or 15, you will see that 5 are of one letter, another 4 are of another letter, and 1 are here and there. So that's how you understand your primary and your secondary love language. Everybody has 2 mean ones. Others are like, hua to hua, I mean, personally, I can tell you, words of affirmation is the least one that I personally bother about. Don't care about that by and large. So, even gifts, not so interested in that. So, everybody will have certain interests in life. It is nothing that one is higher, another is lower. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. ठीक है? Be very honest and you will understand. ठीक है? चलो, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. R is receiving gifts. A is acts of service. वापस बोल देता हूँ. P is physical. W is words of affirmation. Q is quality time. A is acts of service. R is receiving gift. आप उसको मत देखो पहला. See what happens now? We get biased. We may think that अरे मेरे को ये अच्छा नहीं लगता है ना, ऐसा नहीं. You only read the first part, tick that, and end में you see वो right column. पहला मत देखो उसको. You will get biased by it. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Rivo! Like KKP session was like the most awaited one. I think somebody was asking me, Prabhu, समझ में आ गया handling negatives कैसे करना है और positive क्या करना है life में. So I think now everybody got a sufficient idea of what we have to do positively, to develop our relationship with our spouse. So that idea is being sufficient. So thank you so much, Prabhuji, for yet another amazing session. And so we want to like to thank Krishna Kishor Prabhu, Raj Sundari Mataji by loudly chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! This guy is Krishna Kishor Prabhu ki, Raj Sundari Mataji ki.